Hello and welcome back to another edition of Check It Out. Okay friends, this is day 2 after my labral tear surgery. They also fixed my hinge impingement by shaving off part of the bone, and I also had to do a micro fracture because of the amount of damage that had been done. So my personal circumstance might be a little bit different than what you have coming up. But I thought this would be a good experience for you to kind of see what I'm having to go through from the surgery. And the plan is to keep these videos going throughout the recovery phase. So hopefully this is kind of a more of a worst case scenario, and what you might be in for is a little bit less involved. Sounds like my case is a little bit more involved than the average one. So don't be too intimidated by these boots and the pump devices and this guy here, which keeps your legs together. By the way, I talk more about those in some of the other videos, so if you are interested in this, subscribe to the channel. You can check out the other videos. This is video 4 right here. So let's get to it. I'll talk about what my doctor has going on for me with my meds, how I'm feeling about my meds, how I'm doing on the crutches, how I'm doing with my at-home exercises, and also I'll talk about physical therapy, which I have coming up. Again, keep in mind, this is just my personal circumstance and case. Yours might be different than mine, but I'll walk through mine just to give you kind of an idea. Let's get to some of the paperwork. So here's my hip arthroscopy, which I'm probably mispronouncing, but this is the post-operative visit objectives. So a couple of the highlights are, so the 3 meds that I came home with are, number 1, the anti-inflammatory, which it looks like I'm on for 3 weeks. They gave me kind of a heavy dose aspirin, which I'm on for 2 weeks. And I also came home with some generic Norco, which is not doing well for my stomach. And that one is a take as necessary. So I've been taking that specific one kind of less and less, and actually not really at all in the last day here. So the anti-inflammatory and the aspirin are non-negotiable, right? You have to take those ones. Going down into wound care. So this is kind of nice. They put sort of this plastic covering, there's the name of it, Tecoderm or something like that, over the wound so that I can take a shower, which is really nice. It says that you can't do any swimming or go in a bath for at least 2 weeks, which I don't know how you'd be able to do anyway. You can't really get around very well after this surgery. At least I'm not able to. So there's no way I could go swimming or take a bath. So I do have this beautiful stocking underneath all of this stuff here. And they are telling me that that stocking is going to stay with me for, was it 2 weeks? Where did that go there? There you go. Dressing in your stitches. Oh, maybe I lost track of that one. So, and then I'm going to go back for a follow-up doctor's visit to get the stitches out in roughly 2 weeks. Oh, there's your white stocking remains on for 1 week. All right. So exercises and physical therapy. So he circles here the stationary bike. I'm going to have to call him and talk to him about that one. I don't know. Somehow I missed that. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing the stationary bike or not. So I'm going to call, double check, make sure that I am supposed to be doing that or not supposed to be doing that. Scheduling physical therapy visits. So I did call my physical therapist, the one I'm going to go to, and I'm going to start going 3 days a week starting next Monday. So be ready for that one. That kind of threw me off a little bit. So physical therapy, I have to go 3 days a week, and I'm not driving for the first 2 weeks. I'm not supposed to be driving. So I need to figure out a way to get myself and get a ride to physical therapy and back. Might be something that you have to keep in mind logistically. So crutches, there's a couple different crutches choices they have here for me. I'm on option B, which is kind of a mess down here, but I'm on the one for the microfracture. Basically saying for 6 to 8 weeks, you can use partial weight bearing with a flat foot of 20 pounds. So that is really nice. So the last time I was on crutches, I kind of had to have my foot straight back, and it's sort of a balancing act. So being able to put a little bit of weight, and I'm trying to do a lot less than 20 pounds. I know it says 20. I'm trying to do even less than that. And it really helps as far as balancing. So that's good news. Maybe you'll get lucky here and you can go on the one for 7 to 14 days of crutches. Not me, I'm on the 6 to 8 weeks. And if you don't have the microfracture and you just have a labral repair procedure, looks like the crutches are about 4 weeks. So again, your case, obviously, and your doctor might have different instructions for you, but this is what I've been given. Follow-up appointments, so I'm going to go back basically in 2 weeks. We'll take out the stitches and he'll take another look at it. So speaking of looking at it, you want to take a look? All right, here's 2 days after. It's kind of gross. So there's the wounds there. And you can hopefully kind of see that sort of plastic layering that goes over there. This is funny. They write with a pen on your leg. I don't even know what it says right there. I think it says, well, something that indicates that's the side they're going to do the surgery on. And, well, that's what it looks like. 3 holes. And my at-home exercises. So I was going to show you guys these ones too. Again, keep in mind, I'm just showing this, give you an idea that you might have to do some exercises. Your doctor's exercises may be totally different. In other words, just for mine right here, he's like, nope, you're not going to do the straight leg raise one, but he does have me doing this quad set, which you can kind of push down with your leg on. And then he also has me doing this hip and knee bend, which I pull my leg up on. Obviously, you need to listen to your specific doctor and his instructions, but it kind of gives you an idea. So I do these exercises. They only take a couple minutes to do, and I do them 4 times a day. This guy is not too bad for me at all, this first quad set. This one right here, though, the hip and knee bends, it's been a little bit of a struggle. I'm able to do it, but it's not easy for me to do. So that's the one that I'm not loving right now, but obviously it's the right thing to do. So I'm sticking with it. All right, friends, hey, I hope this gives you a good idea. Here's day 2 of what you might be in for if you're going to plan on doing this surgery. Keep in mind, my surgery was pretty extensive. I know I talked about this in some of the other videos, but, you know, they did all kinds of x-rays. They did a MRI with injecting the fluid to see if there was a labral tear. It seemed to me like they'd be able to know how big the tear was and have a pretty good idea. They thought it was a kind of small tear. I've spoke to the fact that when they actually got in there, they warned me that they really wouldn't know for sure until they got in there, and then they got in there and realized there was a lot more damage than they thought, and that the tear was much larger than they thought it was. So keep that in mind. They can only do so much as far as looking at these x-rays, and I think it's really the x-ray and I'm forgetting the name of it. I'll tell you, that's all the drugs that I'm on right now. The MRI, sorry. And the MRI can only show them so much. So kind of keep that in mind. All right, friends. Hope this helps you out, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.